Hello and welcome back to TSInfo Technologies YouTube channel. I came back with one more video tutorial on Power Automate, that is how to check if input string is an integer using the Power Automate flow, which means if the input string is an text or integer, we'll check it out in the Power Automate flow. I will explain this example with a scenario so that you can understand easily. As you can see here, I have already logged into my Microsoft account with my Microsoft 365 credentials. You can open all the apps from this app launcher. When you click on this, it will show all the Microsoft 365 apps. When you click on the app, it will open in a separate tab. I have already opened the apps that I want. So quickly open. In this example, as you can see, there is a customer ID, customer name, customer email, feedback type, detailed feedback. A user who is submitting this form can submit customer ID with a text or a text with numericals, or he can also input the numerical values. That is why we have given the when your user inputs here the value as a text, it should have to send a notification to that user who is submitting this form that the customer ID is incorrect. So please check the customer ID value and resubmit the form back. But when the customer ID is a numeric value, that is integer, when it is an integer, then it should have to save the details to the SharePoint list. Let me show you the SharePoint list as well. This is the customer feedback SharePoint list. If it is with the numericals, it will save to this SharePoint list. If it is not, then it will mail to the submitting person that the customer ID is incorrect. This is our scenario. As you can see here, we were checking whether the user is giving the input a text or a integer. This is what our example is. This is the Power Automate flow. I have already designed this flow. I will explain the steps in a detailed manner. You can go through these steps so that you can able to get to know the whole process and what I'm doing here. I will explain once again. When a new form is submitted, if the customer ID is an integer, then it should have to save the value to the SharePoint list. If it is not, then it should have to send an email notification to the user who is submitting that form to resubmit their customer ID feedback form. First, take the step, that is when a new response is submitted. In the parameters, select the form ID. Whatever the forms is there, it will display all the Microsoft forms here. You can choose your form from the list of options. Here my form is customer feedback system. After that, to get the details from this form, we need to add an action, that is get response details. In the parameters, select feedback. In the parameters, select the same form ID, that is customer feedback system. But when you click on this enter data from the previous step icon, you can see the response ID. When you click on the response ID, it will add to the response ID parameter here. Now, next to that, I have taken the initialize variable. Here, I was checking the boolean value if the integer is true or false. Take is integer, provide the name here, and provide the type as boolean and select the value to true from the drop down. This is an initialize variable. Now coming to the compose. Add a compose action to convert the customer ID returned from the Microsoft form to an integer. For that, we are using the int function. The int function will convert the values, which are the numbers, to an integer. So when you take the int here with the outputs of customer ID, I will show you how to take this one. Select int within brackets. From the dynamic content, you can see all the response details here and select the customer ID. You can see the int function with the customer details has been added. Now I will remove this one because I have already added this function. So this compose function will convert the values to the integer. If the person is submitting the form with the customer ID as a string, then the compose actions then the compose action will fail. When the compose action will fail, I wanted to set the variable to false. I want to set the initialize variable value to the false. Take a set variable action and is integer. We'll take it from the drop down and the value to false. In the settings, this set variable will run after when compose action is failed. Select action. Here I have selected compose. I have selected compose. You can select the options here has failed. If the compose action is failed, then the set variable will run. I was taking a condition. Now we have the value of customer ID, and if the customer ID is a text, then it will fail. If it is an integer, it won't fail. Next, in the next step of set variable, I was taking a condition control. Choose operator, I was taking the dynamic content of initialize variable action is equals to true. But when the set variable is making it to set as a false, then this condition will run into the false branch. If it is true, then it will run into the true branch. This is the condition that we are providing here. This condition will also run after when the set variable is successful, or else it skipped, or else in the compose action when it is successful, or when it is failed. In all the four cases, it will run by checking the condition here. The condition will, this is what the condition will do. And in the true branch, when you come to the true branch, I have taken a create item action. This true branch will run when the customer ID is an integer output. If not, then the false branch will run. In the create item action, select the parameters of site address, list name, and when you click on show all button, then it will display all the advanced parameters. Then it will display the advanced parameters, the customer ID. You have to select the values from the dynamic content of get response details. For the customer ID, select the customer ID, customer name. All the values will be displayed under get response details of dynamic content. You can choose and enter the value here. Then when coming to the false branch, I wanted to send a notification message to the person who is submitting the form. So I will take here, when you click enter the data from the previous step, it will show the dynamic content it will show the get response detail dynamic content options. Select customer email from the dynamic content. If you select this one, it will be added to the two parameters, but I have already selected, so I was making it as unselected. Provide the subject as well as the body, what you wanted to show it in the main. So this is the complete flow that will check if the submitted string is an integer or not. Click on save the flow. Once the flow is ready, it will take a bit of time to save the flow. Meanwhile, I wanted to show you one thing. I have good news for the people who wanted to learn Power Platform. Now we have a Power Platform training course, which is a free course. If you wanted to learn the Power Platform, you can go and check out this page. We have a Power Apps training course, Power Automate training course, as well as Power BI training course. This will be helpful for you if you are a beginner. Course link in the description box. If you are interested, check it out. And thank you for this. And let's be back to our flow. Now the flow has been saved. Now I will test this flow by submitting both the inputs with the string as well as the integer value. First we'll test with the integer value whether it is getting saved in the SharePoint list or not. But in the case of string value, it should have to send a mail to the person who is submitting that form. We'll check it out both the things. Let's go back to the, as it is an automated flow, we no need to test it manually. When we are submitting the response here, it will automatically give the output. Click on preview mode. First let's test it with an integer value. Integers. I have provided my mail, feedback type, detail feedback test. I'm clicking submit. Now the response was submitted. I will open the SharePoint list. When we refresh the page, it should have to save the details here with my name. As you can see, the details has been saved. As you can see, the detail has been saved, which is an integer value with the customer ID. With the customer ID, it has been saved. Now let's test it with the string value in the place of customer ID. Let's test it like this. Click on test. Now also the response has been submitted. Let me open my Outlook. Click on the app launcher and open the Outlook. See, I got a mail to the Lydia Holloway account. The customer ID you have entered CH1452 is not a valid integer. Please submit it with the numeric value. You can also see the timing here. It has been received now. And this is all about how we can check if the input value is a string or an integer. This is all about how to check if the string value is an integer in a Power Automate flow. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's see you with one more video tutorial next week. Bye bye.